Hey everybody, welcome to Cooking with James. I'm your host James. Today, another simple and delicious cook. We are going to be doing homemade chicken noodle soup in the NINJA SPEEDI. Now there's two ways to do this. I'm going to do it one way to cut out a few extra steps. Once again, it's simple and delicious, but then I will also explain the other way of how you can do it as well. They both turn out the same, you're just cutting out some steps. So I'll explain that to you as well. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications to get my future videos. Let's get into the cook. Okay, so I'm just going to show you exactly what you're going to need for this cook. So here we've actually got chicken. We've got boneless, skinless chicken thighs, about a half pound or so. If you want to use chicken breast, you can, or on this recipe, if you want to double it up, you can definitely do that as well. We've got some carrots, got some green onion, got two stalks of celery. We're going to be using a tablespoon of Italian seasoning, half a tablespoon of garlic powder, and a half a tablespoon of onion powder. And then we also have one white medium onion. We're going to be using about 6 cups of chicken broth. And then we've got our noodles. I got a pound here, we'll be using half, so 8 ounces of that. And that's pretty much all you need, so let's get into the cook. Okay, so first thing we want to do is we want to cut our vegetables out. So, very easy. Just grab your celery and from the top side here and go down. Now cut them into, pretty good sizes. Something like this. I like it to be hearty. The thinner you cut it, the more it's going to, it won't dissolve, but I just like it a little thicker. And then we'll get rid of the white part here at the end. And we'll set that aside. Now the green onion, this is actually going to be for the end. Now, if you don't like green onion, you don't have to add it, but I like to add some green onion at the end to top it off, so we'll do that as much as you need. So that's good for me. Set that aside. Our onion, cut it in half, and then go ahead and dice up your onion. Now you want to cut this fairly thin, just like this, into nice little pieces. So pretty small little pieces, and we're really we want the flavor from the onion is what we want. And then for the carrots, actually what I got, move this out of the way, is now I just grabbed some baby carrots. Okay, now if you want to grab the big carrots and peel them and cut them that way, if that's better for you, go ahead. These were cheap. They were only like a couple bucks for a whole pound of these. And so we're probably going to use, almost a half a pound. I won't dump them all out here, but the other thing is that when you got them, I'm going to just cut these just right in half. That's it. It's a little baby carrot, and then just cut them in half. We're good to go there. So I'm going to finish the rest of this, and then we'll take it to the next step. Alright, so we've got all the vegetables chopped up and set aside. So next step is we want to cut our chicken up into, well, whatever pieces, whatever size that you like. But I'm going to cut these up in just little small cubes. Now here is where the difference is between the way I'm cooking it versus the other way, and I'll actually explain that to you when we get there. And I won't take you through this whole thing, but whatever size of chicken that you like in yours, just cut it to that size. I just got little small pieces of chicken, so I'm going to finish this, and actually we'll get everything cooking. Alright, so here we are at the NINJA, ready to get this all cooked up. The unit is not on. First thing we are going to do is open this top up. Inside you have your little roaster rack. We are going to take the roaster rack out, and we are just going to be cooking with the pan on the bottom. So the setting that we are going to use, we're going to turn this on, and we're going to go down to sear and saute. We're going to leave it on high. Press start. Let that start warming up, and while it's warming up, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. Put the butter in there and give that a minute or so, and then we'll take it to the next step. Okay, so it's been about 3 minutes. The butter is melted. So first thing we want to do is we got our chicken pieces cut up, and we're going to put those in there, just like that. Nice. And we're going to cook these for probably about 4 or 5 minutes. We're just gonna get them probably just brown, maybe about halfway cooked or so. So after that's done, we'll bring it to the next step. All right, so the chicken has been cooking for about 6-7 minutes. It's a little more than halfway done. So now from here, you want to go in with all of the vegetables. You want to get all the flavors. You want the vegetables to soak up some of that flavor as well. And yes, so we're going to get all this cooked together. So we're going to let that saute. Now we're going to give this probably about 8 minutes or so to cook, and we'll take it to the next step. All right, so we've been sauteing and stirring for about 8 minutes, and it's looking really good. Things are starting to break down. Chicken looks good, everything looks good. So next step here is we are going to add our chicken broth or chicken stock, either one that you got. This is 32 ounces, so 4 cups. We're going to go in with this full thing. All right, so we got that. We're going to add 2 more cups. All right, so now we are going in with our seasoning. So a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. So get all that in there. A half a tablespoon of garlic powder. And a half a tablespoon of onion powder. So from here, stir everything up. And I'm going to explain to you the other way to do this as well. But I'm going to stir all this up. And all that Italian seasoning and all those seasonings gives it such a great flavor. All right. And just to let you know, we are on the sear and saute function. We are not going to change the function. It's going to stay on sear and saute on high for this entire cook. Now we are going to close the top. All right, so the other option, let me zoom out here so you're not staring at that. So the other option is when you you saute your vegetables first, then you put your broth in, then you put your raw chicken in, and then you simmer it for 15 to 20 minutes. Then you take the chicken out and you shred it up or cut it up. Then you cook your noodles. Then you add your chicken in at the end. I'm cutting all those steps out. Like I said, this is supposed to be simple and delicious. There's no difference in taste or anything. This is just way easier. So that's how you can do it the other way as well, if you like. So we're gonna give this 10 minutes and then we'll add the noodles. All right, so it's been 10 minutes since we've closed the top, so we should have a nice little simmer going here. And we do, looking great. Now give this a stir. You got your meat, you got your vegetables, you got everything in there, looking great. Now we are going to add our pasta. Now we got a pound of pasta. I'm using the rotini. We'll use half of this. There we go. Half. Give it a nice stir because those noodles are going to soak up a lot of this. As a matter of fact, a little bit more than actually. So 3/4 of that box, so 3/4 of a pound. And we're going to close this top. We're going to check the noodles in 10 minutes. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. We just want to open this up and we want to check the noodles to see how they are doing. And I'll tell you what, everything smells phenomenal and it looks phenomenal as well. Now I just want to try one of these noodles just to kind of see where we're at. Those are good to go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the unit off. So unit is off. Get the noodles all soaked in there. And I'm just going to close the lid on this and then for just a few minutes. And then we'll serve up the bowl and we'll eat. See you in a minute. All right, so here is what we ended up with. A nice, ooh, that bowl's hot. Nice chicken soup. Got the nice broth in there. Noodles are perfect. Carrots, celery, everything. Let's give it a shot. And it's really hot right now, but let's give it a shot. I want some. Oh, and I topped it with a little bit of those green onions. Let's just get this right here. Yes. That is awesome homemade chicken noodle soup. My goodness, don't go anywhere. I'll meet you up top. All right, so we are finished with the cook. Now, what I want to say is the second way that you want to do it. So I just cut a whole extra couple of steps out. You can saute your vegetables and everything first, add your chicken broth or chicken stock, and then put your raw chicken in there, let it simmer for 15 to 20 minutes until that chicken is done. Then pull the chicken out, cut it up or shred it, cook your noodles, and then add the chicken back in at the end. So I cut all that out. I wanted to make it, fast, and it's great. It's something that you definitely gotta try. So let me know what you think. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Make sure to hit the bell for notifications so you can get my future videos. Make sure to give a thumbs up, drop an awesome comment. With that being said, we'll catch you on the next cook. Thanks for watching.